And we're back with some more Hamilton Tigers franchise mode in FHM 11, and the last one we went through year number 1, where we finished 39, 38, and 5 with 83 points on the season, and I believe we finished 25th in the league, so we should have a good spot in the upcoming draft lottery here. But before we get to the draft lottery, we do have to get a few defensemen on our roster. We only have 3 right now in Ferraro, Edvidson, and Dumba. I believe forwards are set in terms of numbers, and then in goal you have Talbot and Wallstedt. So the defensemen I have approached are Matt Grzelcyk, Josh Mahura, Neil Pionk, we're going to get him back, and then Will Borgen. So here's a look at Grzelcyk. Very good speed, acceleration, agility. I tried to focus on the physical category for a lot of these guys. Very good mentally as well. A good checker, good defensive read. Last year for Pittsburgh, he had 33 points in 82 games played at a 68 grade, so I like that about him. And I offered him 4.9 for 2 years. Neil Pionk, we know what he's about. He was on the team last year. I managed to offer him 6.35 for 3 years. I believe he was asking for closer to 7 mil, if I'm not mistaken, prior to free agency. So got a little bit of a discount on him there, assuming we can get him here. Then you have Will Borgen for 5.2 for the next 2 years. Solid defensively, solid physically, solid mentally. Probably not going to be getting you too many points. He had 22 last year for Seattle and a 57 grade. And then Josh Mahura, who I offered 2.25 million for the next 3 years for. Once again, good speed, good acceleration, good shot blocking, good hitting. And last year with Seattle, he had 19 points in 63 games played and a 64 grade. So that being said, I think that's all we need to do here. So let's go up to the draft lottery and see where we will be picking in the upcoming draft. Oh, we're gonna have to offer for Pionk, and ooh, okay. 8 mil for 3 years is what we're up to now. So I guess, yeah, Columbus had a better offer for him. How do you simulate again? 45 points, 65 grade, 105 hits. I mean, yeah, he's a good player. And it seems like the salary he was asking for before of 7 mil is actually kind of standard at this point, probably with the increased cap, right? Well, so much for getting a discount on him. I'll try to bring him down to 2 years. So I'll give him more money, but less term. Okay, I mean, now we're bringing down his value a little bit. He's down to 7.93. See if we can go a little more. Okay, so he wants 8.45 for 2 years. I mean, you know what? We need to fill up cap space anyway, so may as well. Wallstedt at 8.2 for cap hit? What? When did that happen? I know I didn't sign this contract. Yeah, that must have been the AI correcting his salary so that we could fit above the cap floor. That's a bit unfortunate, especially since he's still only a 2-star ability. So I guess he's got 3 years to grow into a 4.5-star talent. And if he doesn't, then we're probably going to have to trade him upon his current contract expiring. I think he'll still be an RFA by then, so we can still trade his rights. But yeah, that's a bit rough. Here we go. Time for the draft lottery. There's 20 teams in it in this 36-team league. So let's go through it. At number 20, you have Boston, followed up by Philly, Carolina, Portland, the Rangers, Anaheim, Minnesota, Buffalo, your Hamilton Tigers at number 12, Columbus, Pittsburgh, so Washington moves up, Montreal, Chicago, Cleveland, St. Louis, Utah, Nashville, Houston at number 3, and at number 1 will be the Washington Capitals, followed up by Montreal. All right, time for the draft. We are picking at number 12 and at number 31 because that's the Islanders pick, I believe. So let's pick into human and see who is available for us. Quite a few 3.5-star potentials available. There's Ryabkin, projected to be pick at number 6. I mean, we basically need a little bit of everything here, right? So we may as well just take the best player available. Ooh, Reshny won't be well liked. I was about to say it's between him and Ryabkin, but after seeing that part of his personality, no thank you. So I think got to go with Ryabkin here. Got that 16 offensive read, 14 getting open, 15 puck handling and passing, 14 for faceoffs. Physical category is already up there. Mental ratings are already kind of up there as well. So yeah, Ryabkin, I think, has got to be the pick. Welcome to the Hamilton Tigers, Ivan Ryabkin. And on to pick number 31 now. There are still 3 goaltenders available, as well as Anton Frundell. At least that is among the 3.5-star potentials. I think I'm going to take Frundell. 30 points in 28 games played last year, 64 grade, or game rating, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, game rating. But I guess you could use those interchangeably, game rating and grade. I mean, almost the same thing. I do like Ravensbergen as a goaltender, but I think I'll wait on him. I'm going to see if he's still available in the second round. But for right now, we're going to take Anton Frundell with this pick. Welcome to the Hamilton Tigers. Yep, we're at pick number 48, and Ravensbergen is still here, so I think we will take him. Welcome to the Hamilton Tigers, Joshua Ravensbergen. To pick number 84 in the third round. Still have 2 goaltenders available in Ruggiero and Rimpinen. And actually, it appears The top 4 players are all goaltenders, but I think I'm going to take a defenseman here. Luka Radivojevich seems like he could be a good pick. Good offensive category already. Defensive category is a bit weak, but he seems like the best defenseman available at this point of the draft, and I do want to get a defenseman here. So Luka Radivojevich, welcome to the Hamilton Tigers. All right, we're on to pick number 100, still in the 3rd round. We have taken a center, a winger, a defenseman, and a goaltender so far. I think next I'll take Luca Romano. He's a half-star ability, 2.5-star potential, decent offensive category already, and seems fairly well-rounded. Defensive category is a bit weak, but we're at the point in the draft now where you're not exactly going to be finding any perfect players here. So Luca Romano, welcome to Hamilton. All right, in the 4th round now at pick number 120. I think I'll be taking the 6'6" defenseman Radim Murtka. Yeah, 62 grade last year in 50 games played and 24 points. Has a good personality, so hopefully he can reach his 2.5-star potential at some point in the next few years. So Radim Murtka, welcome to Hamilton. And pick number 156 now. I think I'll take Matthew Soto. He is 19, but he's already a 1.5-star ability, 2.5-star potential. Good physical category already. Wish his strength was a bit higher, but offensive ratings look pretty good. Mental ratings are decent. Defensive ratings could be better, but I do like his personality, and he is, at this point of the draft, one of the best players available. So Matthew Soto, welcome to Hamilton. Pick number 192 now. Next, I think I'll take Milton Gastrin. Got some decent ratings in there. Good personality. So Milton Gastrin, welcome to Hamilton. And I believe this will be our last pick here coming up at 204. And I think that's going to be Andrew O'Neill. He had 65 points in 63 games played last year, 70 grade. Got some good offensive ratings in there for being only a 1-star ability. He only has that 2-star potential though. So we'll see if he's able to push that up there a little bit. Got a decent personality as well. So Andrew O'Neill, welcome to Hamilton. And that should be just about it. Oh, we drafted a local player. I wasn't even paying attention to that owner goal. Apparently that was a goal that our owner had for us. In the next draft, select a player from Ontario. I mean, I guess that's not very hard to do, right? But there you go. There is our draft class from the 2025 draft. Will we be signing any of them? I don't think so. I'd rather let all of them grow in their current leagues. We'll see how they all do over the course of this next season, and then we'll reevaluate them next year. Ooh, unfortunately, Neil Pionk, despite offering him 8.45 for 2 years, has signed with Columbus. Yeah, Columbus gave him 8.6 for 3 years. Yeah, I wasn't doing that. I mean, he's a good player, but 8.6, I mean, that's a bit much. So I think we'll just go after Johnny Kovacevic here. Good physical ratings, decent mentally, decent defensively as well. So just a solid 7th defenseman that we can rely on, hopefully. And he only wants 1.5 for 2 years. I'll give him 1.95 for 2 years. Submit offer. And it seems this year we will be well above the salary cap floor, so we won't have to worry about anything like what happened with Wallstedt happening again. And in the Hockey Hall of Fame are Patrick Elias, Joe Thornton, Zdeno Chara, and Curtis Joseph. And with that, we're now at the preseason, and we need to set our captains. And just given his performance last season, I think the captain has got to be Kirill Marchenko. He has a 3.5-star talent now. He had 70 points last season in 77 games played, a 15 leadership rating. So I think he's the man for the job. Then I think I'm going to take the A off of Chari. He only played 36 games last season and had 6 points. And I will give it to Colton, who had 41 points in 57 games played. So I'll make Colton alternate number 1. And then I think Dumba will be alternate number 2. He had 79 games played last season and 26 points. So these are our lines going into the preseason. You have Colton, Lafferty, and Marchenko on the first line. Then you have Fabry, Savoie, Hoglander, Greg, Pinto, and Makayev. And then Newhook, Achari, and Beauvillier. I don't agree with Newhook on the 4th line there. Although I do agree with him being on the wing because his faceoff rating is only 11. Then on defense, you have Grzelcyk and Dumba, Kovacevic and Borgen, Ferraro and Edvidson. Obviously, that's a pretty rough defensive core. But, we're still very much a building team. So we're just going to have to wait for all of our prospects to get better. And it's, that's going to be a bit of a process. So let's just make do with what we have for right now. And we'll see how these guys do. Oh, right. You have Philip Messar still in Brampton. I mean, he looks pretty good. I think we should probably call him up, actually. The issue is I don't know where he would fit in the lineup because all of our forwards are 2.5-star ability or above, while Messar is still sitting there at 2-star. So yeah, I guess we'll just let him sit there in the AHL. We'll just let him cook in the AHL for a little bit, see if he gets up to a 2.5-star ability, and if he does, then we can make a decision at that point. And I think with that, we will start the regular season simulation of year number 2 with your Hamilton Tigers. Oscar Olesen was claimed by the Bruins. I guess he was on waivers since he was in the AHL, right? Yeah, he probably needed to clear waivers being in the AHL. That's unfortunate. Yep, I get the feeling this is going to be a long season. We're on October 1st right now. 1-4-1 is our record. Marchenko's leading the way in points currently with 5 in 6 games. Pinto also has 5, but after that it drops down to Beauvillier with 3, Mahura, Fabry, Edvinson, Colton, Dumba, Mikheyev, and Lafferty all with 2. Yeah, it's not pretty. And then in goal is even worse is Jesper Wallstedt with an 879 save percentage in 3 games played, and then Talbot in 4 games played with an 852. It's looking pretty rough. I mean, at least the goaltenders' performances are understandable considering the state of our defensive core, which is very sad. I would say our best defenseman at the moment is Mario Ferraro with that 80 defensive grade, and he's only a 2-star ability. So we are definitely looking a bit rough right now, but you know, that's to be expected. We're still very much a building team. It's going to take some time. So I think we're going to continue here minimum to the trade deadline. If we don't want to make any trades, then we'll just go up to the end of the regular season. Oh man, we're getting injuries left and right here. Broken toe, 1 to 2 months for Sam Lafferty. Holy moly. New Hook's down now. 2-3 weeks with the calf strain. So we're going to have to call up Messar, I think. Yep. And actually, he's up to a 2.5-star talent now. Yeah, so I guess we'll see how he does now. And I believe this will be his first time up in the NHL. All right, so we are now at the point where the injury list no longer has any players on it, and we have 24 players on the roster. So I think I'm going to offer Achari out on a trade. He has not been doing well this season at all. Only 1 point so far in 17 games played. Basically, the only thing he's been good for is faceoffs. And just given that Achari's 34, Messar's 21, we got to invest in the future a little bit here. So Achari, we'll offer him out. Third from the Islanders or LA. I mean, he'd be a solid 4th-line center for the Islanders. Looks like they need a 4th-line center. What about LA? They also need a 4th-line center. So don't think it really matters here who we send him to. I think we'll just send him to LA. So there you go. We have acquired a 3rd-round pick in exchange for Noel Achari, while also leaving Philip Messar up on the lineup. Ooh, Ilya Mikheyev down with a fractured tibia, 3 to 4 months. Yikes, he is likely done for the rest of the season there. Oh boy. With the exception of a win against New Jersey in January, we have been on a losing streak for the past 2 months. This is not a good team. 19-40-7. We are dead last in the NHL. Yeah, this is kind of brutal. -77. Yep, we are in for a long rebuild. Or I guess not rebuild, but building process, because we were never built in the first place. So we doing anything here at the trade deadline? I would like to acquire maybe a low first if possible. I mean, Lafferty might be able to fetch something good. He's a 3.5-star ability, 30 years of age, could be a good rental player for a playoff team. Okay, so Lafferty, Iorio, Villain, a 6th and a 7th for Lazon, and a 1st will go through. Obviously, the main attraction here for Nashville is Sam Lafferty with that 3.5-star ability. Solid defensively as well. Obviously, he'd be better suited to being a winger since he only has 11 for faceoffs. But, you know, it's not my business how they use him. And just given the fact that they are in a win-now state, I think it's more than reasonable to ask them for a 1st-round pick back for Sam Lafferty, who could provide them with some additional defense at forward. So offer trade, and that'll work. Finalize. There it is. And having acquired a 1st-round pick, that is an owner goal completed. I think I might also try to move Fabry. He's on a 3-year deal for $5.07 million. He has 29 points in 59 games played, 30 years of age. So I'm sure there's some playoff team out there who would like a winger like him. All right, so we're not able to get a 1st here, but we can get a 2nd. So it'll be Robbie Fabry and a 7th for next year's draft, so 2027, in exchange for Andrew Peak and a 2nd-round pick in this year's draft. Offer trade, finalize. And we are actually going to need to make at least one more trade here because we are, I believe, short on forwards currently. Yeah, Johnny Kovacevic playing forward there. Well, actually, there is Janssen Fialbi still in free agency. Nothing wrong with his personality, so I think, yeah, may as well sign him. He's asking for a minimum deal as well, so that works for me. There you go. Janssen Fialbi, now a member of the Hamilton Tigers. That being said, we do still have way too many defensemen. I think that's now 9 defensemen, so we'll send Peak down to Brampton. Then I would still like to get one more forward, although there's no good forwards left in free agency, so let's take a look at the trade block. Just get a really cheap forward here. All right, we do have Mikheyev, who's still injured. You know what? Yeah, we're done here. I think we're done with making trades at the trade deadline. We've already acquired a couple of draft picks, essentially a 2nd from Boston in exchange for Fabry, and then a 1st from Nashville in exchange for Lafferty, Iorio, and Villain. And then, of course, back on December 7th, we got a 3rd-round pick for Achari. So I think we can go ahead here to the end of the regular season. Oh, Andrew Peak claimed by Utah Hockey Club. All right, that's fine. And we have finished the season 25-47-10. good enough for last in the entire league out of 36 teams. We were really bad this season, that is for sure. And you know what? That's why we made those trades. Traded away Achari, Lafferty, Fabry in exchange for what will hopefully be the future of this team within the coming years. So we'll go over the stats real quick. Marchenko led the way once again with 69 points in 82 games played. Glad I made him the captain. Then you have Ross Colton with 60 points in 79 games played. Then you have Pinto with 46 points. You have Newhook with 40, Grizzlick with 33, Hoglander with 31, Kaliev with 30, Beauvillier with 26, Savoie with 25. Savoie so far has been, his first year looked pretty good. He had 37 points, but this year a bit of a regression there. So hopefully next year he gets it together and rebounds after a sophomore slump there. Then you have Dumba with 22 points, Lazone with 22 points as well. Don't know how many of those were with us. 5 points with us in 13 games played. Borgen with 21. Then you have Mikhaev with 20. Cotter and Kovacevic also have 20. Mahura with 18. Greig with 16. Ferraro with 14. Messar with 12 in 46 games played. You have Edvidson with 8, Janssen Fialbi with 1, and then in goal you have Cam Talbot with a 900 save percentage in 36 games played, and Jesper Wallstedt with an 896 in 52 games played, and a goal saved above average of negative 18.39. Yikes. That's very ugly. The good news about Wallstedt is that he is up to a 2.5-star ability now, but that being said, the majority of his good development years are behind him, right? So hopefully he has a better year next year. I mean, obviously I'm not expecting him to have a godlike save percentage on a team that like this, but I hope that he can at least grow a little bit more in his star ability. I guess we'll check the team stats as well. Goals for per game, we are last in the league with a 2.55. No surprise there. Goals against per game, we are second last in the league with a 3.55. Faceoffs, we're 29th in the league with a 47.6. Yep, we're in for a few rough years here, everyone. Buckle up. Power plays at 19.9%, 21st in the league, and penalty kill, we are, where are we? 18th in the league with a 79%. Let's see, who are we re-signing? I think Messar for sure. I mean, he's only 22. Definitely got to bring him back. We'll go 1.15 for 3 years. Sounds good to me. Mario Ferraro, I think we got to bring back. He's so solid defensively, even on a team like this. 81 defensive grade on this team. Yeah, we'll bring him back. We will absolutely bring him back. We'll go 4.7 for 3 years. I think I would like to bring back Pinto as well. He had 46 points this past season. He's pretty good on faceoffs. He had a 50% and 80 hits, and he's only 25, so we will bring him back. And we got him down to 5.72 for 3 years. Let's see, Paul Cotter, he wants 4.6. He's only making 775,000 right now. I don't think so. He's not really that good. He's only 20 points in 65 games played. I'd rather give his ice time to one of the younger guys coming up. Mikhaev wants 6 mil for 3 years. If he'll do 2 years, I'll give him that. Yeah, he really wants that 3 years. All right, so 6.42 for 2 years will do it. And I think that's it for players that will be re-signing for right now. So you have Cotter, Talbot, Dumba, and Lazon left. Yeah, I think these guys all will get released. And with that, let's simulate ahead and see who wins the Stanley Cup. And your 2025-26 Stanley Cup champions are once again the Dallas Stars. They go back-to-back. They won last year, and this is their 3rd championship in team history. They went through Winnipeg, Nashville, LA, and Boston. All right, time for the NHL awards. For Ted Lindsay, you have Connor McDavid with a 112-point season. For the Art Ross, you have Mark Scheifele with 118 points on the season. For the Maurice Richard, you have Jack Eichel with 58 goals and 107 points. For the Lady Byng, you have Elias Pettersson with 103 points on the season. For the Bill Masterton Trophy, you have Carter Verhaeghe of Florida with 75 points on the season. The Mark Messier Leadership Award goes to Mikhail Backlund of Calgary. He had 24 points this season. And Jussi Saros wins the Jennings. For the Hart, between Cale Makar, Austin Matthews, and Connor McDavid, it is Connor McDavid. For the Conn Smythe, it is Miro Heiskanen of Dallas with 26 points in 22 games played. For the Calder, between Fedor Svechkov, Alexander Kisakov, and Brendan Brisson, it is Brendan Brisson of Cleveland with 56 points in 76 games played. For the Norris, between Shea Theodore, Cale Makar, and Roman Josi, it is Cale Makar with 95 points in 82 games played. For the Selke, between Ryan Lomberg, Brad Marchand, and Teddy Bluger, it is Teddy Bluger of Vancouver with 39 points. For the Vezina, between Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Jussi Saros, and Dustin Wolf, it is Jussi Saros of Nashville with a 922 save percentage and 5 shutouts in 69 games played. For the GM of the Year, between Nikolai Latigan, Kevin Adams, and Barry Trotz, it is Barry Trotz of Nashville. For the Jack Adams, between Andrew Brunette, Tim Kennedy, and Peter DeBoer, it is Andrew Brunette. And now that we're on June 23rd, we will see what some of our prospects are doing. I mean, we don't have any signing deadlines coming up this year, but still nice to see if any of them are at 2-star yet. Nope, does not appear so. But still, let's take a look at how some of them have been developing. Ryabkin looking like he's doing well so far. Acceleration getting up there. Stamina, strength, leadership increasing as well. Professionalism, offensive ratings, screenings going up there. Shooting range, shooting accuracy all going up. And then defensive ratings, positioning going up. Shot blocking going up. Face-offs going up as well. So that is good to see out of him. We'll just do the top prospects here. What about Frundell? Acceleration going up, balance going up. It looks like the balance went up quite a bit from 14 to 16, I believe that is. Or is that 17? That might be 17. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think that's 16. Yeah, that's 16. Could always just check the number right there. Then you have speed going from 13 to 14. Strength going from 12 to 13. Then mental ratings, you have determination going up there, team player, bravery. Looks like screening increased twice from 14 to 16. Then you have passing going from 11 to 12. Offensive read going from 14 to 15. Then defensive ratings, you have hitting going up there. Defensive read increased twice from 12 to 14. Face-offs going from 10 to 11. Positioning going from 12 to 13. And then we'll also do Ravensbergen, who saw a couple growths mentally, team player, and leadership going up. And then for his goalie ratings, he saw blocker going up from 11 to 12. And then recovery going up from 12 to 13. So looking good overall. I don't think I'm going to sign any of them yet. I think I'll wait one more year because none of them appear to be NHL ready. And I would rather not expose any of them to this tire fire going on here, so we'll take our time with them. Don't need to rush any of them too quickly. So I think with that being said, we can advance up to the last day of the season on June 30th. Yep, as expected, we did not have any positive categories and had all the negative categories. The only good thing this year was our longevity bonus of 1, total season score of 1. Total career score of 12, and we did not get any points to spend. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you're this bad. And Don Granato's contract is up this year. I mean, he's pretty good, I would say, because he prefers prospects. He's got some good coaching ratings in there. And it's not like we're going to be a good team right now anyway. So just given the fact that Granato seems like he's good with prospects, I think I'll probably keep him. I guess we'll do due diligence. We'll just see who's out there. But I would imagine we'll probably be holding on to Granato here. Yeah, no one's really standing out to me here. So I think we'll just hold on to Granato. Give him another 2-year contract. I would like to see if we could improve our assistant coaches, though. So I think I'll let Johnson and Cialato go. So now we'll head to July 1st. So let's see. What do we need out of free agency? At minimum, we're going to need 1 goaltender, 1 defenseman. And let's see, how many is this? 3, 6, 9, 12. And then I would say probably 2 forwards. But with that being said, we've already gone through all of year number 2. So the next one, we will continue the offseason of year number 2 and get the NHL entry draft done, which Gavin McKenna's sitting right there for us. That 2-star ability, 4.5-star potential. We need him. We definitely need him. So let's hope that the draft lottery goes our way, and I'll see you guys in the next one.